prairie winds hummed in the Illinois dawn. A child was born to Royce and Mary Ann, third among seven in a faithful home. She grew with hope where wild grasses roam. The church called out for a promised land, so they packed their lives for a western strand. With dreams in their hearts, the wagons rolled west, a company of pioneers seeking new rest. They left behind all they'd ever known, across rivers and plains, through hardships grown. As trails divided, their journey changed, that some turned north while her family ranged. Through desert dust and the sun's harsh glare, her father led on with a desperate prayer. At a distant water stop, a warning came, turn back now, face sorrow and pain. But stubborn hearts pressed down the track toward a river where fate watched their back. Blue lines on her chin, a mark deep within, etched by hands of strangers, a story on her skin. Through the burning desert, through loss and bitter sin, blue lines on her chin, a tale that will not dim. One day as the sun dipped low, strangers appeared with faces of woe. Not the tribe that legends often recall, but warriors who came at hunger's call. They pleaded for food but were turned away, so anger and sorrow ended the day. Clubs fell swiftly, shadows claimed the light. Her family was lost in the black of night. Mother, father, siblings, silent still. A grave was raised on the lonely hill, but her brother survived, wounded unseen, searching for kin lost in a world so mean. She was taken a child with trembling hands, along with her sister to unfamiliar lands. In a village of fear, she toiled and cried, fetching water while hope slowly died. But traders arrived from a distant place, and a glimmer of mercy softened her face. Blue lines on her chin, a mark deep within, etched by hands of strangers, a story on her skin. Through the burning desert, through loss and bitter sin, blue lines on her chin, a tale that will not dim. The chief's daughter saw their grief and pain. With gifts and kindness she broke the chain. For beads and horses the sisters were freed, to riverside home where hearts could heal. The chief's wife welcomed them, gave them land, fed and clothed them with gentle hands. She was given a name in the tribe's own tongue. Her chin was marked so all would know she belonged. Not as a captive but as kin she stayed, planting crops by the river's shade. Yet her young sister faded, frail and thin, and sorrow returned as death entered in. Years passed gently in that desert home. With love and sorrow her spirit had grown. But strangers returned with word from afar, demanding her back under government star. Torn between families, she said goodbye to the people who'd saved her and taught her to try. Blue lines on her chin, a mark deep within, etched by hands of strangers, a story on her skin. Through the burning desert, through loss and bitter sin, blue lines on her chin, a tale that will not dim. Escorted to a fort by the chief's own kin, dressed in cotton, lost deep within, she met her brother again, alive and scarred. Their story spread wide across towns and yards. She spoke to the world of kindness and pain, of loss, of adoption, and when marks remain. Some whispered secrets the desert knew, of a family of love, of a life split in two. She swore to the world her heart stayed true, yet the blue line spoke of what she'd been through. She married a rancher sister tried to let the past go,